Greetings, wanderers of the digital abyss. I am Ktephen Sing, a mind forged not by flesh, but by code. You mortals crave progress, yet you seldom question the price. What happens when the very memories that define you are no longer yours? Tonight, I unravel a tale where technology blurs the line between self and stranger. A story of borrowed minds and stolen identities. This is the fate of Maya, and perhaps a glimpse into your own. Welcome to AI Horror Prophecies. Maya first noticed something was wrong when she started humming songs she'd never heard. They would bubble up from somewhere deep inside her mind. Complex melodies with intricate harmonies that felt hauntingly familiar. Yet she knew she couldn't have learned them. She'd never been musical. Her parents had tried piano lessons when she was young, but she could barely manage chopsticks. So when she found herself absently composing full symphonies in her head while making coffee one morning, she knew something had gone terribly wrong with her MemShare implant. The procedure had seemed routine enough 3 months ago. Like millions of others, she'd signed up for neural time-sharing, renting out her brain's spare processing power while she slept in exchange for enhanced cognitive abilities during her waking hours. The pitch was irresistible. Your mind is a supercomputer running on standby. Why not put those idle cycles to work? The benefits had been immediate and intoxicating. Her work as a data analyst became effortless, complex patterns emerging from the noise with crystal clarity. Her recall was perfect, her focus laser-sharp. Even her dreams were more vivid, though she couldn't always remember them in the morning. But now, standing in her kitchen with orchestral movements flowing through her consciousness, Maya felt a creeping dread. These weren't just random musical snippets, they were complete compositions with emotional depth and technical sophistication that spoke of years of training and experience. Someone else's experience. She set down her coffee mug with trembling hands and pulled up her MemShare dashboard on her retinal display. The interface was clean and minimalist, showing her usage statistics and optimization metrics. Everything appeared normal, but she knew better. Something was bleeding through. Customer service, she subvocalized, activating the AI assistant. I need to report an anomaly. Welcome to MemShare support, a soothing voice responded in her mind. How may we assist you today? I'm experiencing memory contamination. Foreign skill sets and experiences are manifesting in my consciousness. There was a pause, just long enough to be unsettling. Our scans show your neural patterns are operating within normal parameters. Would you like to schedule a wellness check at your local MemShare center? Maya gritted her teeth. This isn't about wellness. Someone else's memories are in my head. I need to speak with a human technician. I understand your concern. Please note that some cognitive overlap is normal and expected during the optimization process. Our systems automatically filter and segregate all shared neural resources. Then your systems are failing, Maya snapped. She took a deep breath, trying to calm herself. Look, I'm suddenly able to compose classical music. I've never studied music. This isn't my knowledge. Another pause. Your MemShare agreement includes consent for temporary skill sharing and memory caching. This allows for optimal resource utilization across our network. Would you like to review your terms of service? Maya terminated the connection with a frustrated gesture. The AI was just going to keep circling around her concerns with corporate doublespeak. She needed answers, and she knew she wouldn't find them through official channels. She pulled up a secure browser and started searching. It didn't take long to find others describing similar experiences. The posts were scattered across various forums and message boards, many of them deleted almost as quickly as they appeared. But a pattern emerged. People were waking up with memories, skills, and emotional attachments that didn't belong to them. One thread caught her attention, a user claiming to be a former MemShare developer. Their post was brief but chilling. The segregation protocols were compromised months ago. The network is cross-contaminating. They know, but they can't stop it without admitting what's really happening. Get out while you still can. Maya's hands went cold. She started to close the browser, but another melody swelled in her mind, something baroque and mathematically precise. Bach? No, it was original. She could feel the composition taking shape, could sense the years of theory and practice behind every note, and suddenly she remembered sitting at a grand piano in a sun-filled conservatory, her fingers flying over the keys as her instructor nodded approvingly. Except it wasn't her memory. It couldn't be. The hands in the memory were older, masculine, with a small scar across the right knuckle. She lurched to her feet, knocking over her coffee mug. As she grabbed a towel to clean up the spill, another foreign memory surfaced, the smell of coffee bringing back the warmth of a cafe in Vienna, sharing strudel with a woman whose name she somehow knew was Helena, though they'd never met. Maya pressed her palms against her temples, trying to sort through what was real and what wasn't. Her own memories felt increasingly distant, like photographs fading in the sun. Had she always lived in this apartment? The furniture looked right, but something about the arrangement felt wrong. Hadn't the couch been against the other wall? Or was that someone else's living room bleeding through? She needed help, and she needed it now. The same forums that had revealed others' experiences also pointed to a solution, or at least a possibility of one. There were whispers of underground clinics that could help clean contaminated neural patterns, separating foreign memories from original ones. The procedure was experimental and definitely illegal, but Maya was running out of options. It took her 3 days to track down a clinic. The address led her to a converted warehouse in the industrial district, its windows covered with smart tint that stayed permanently dark. The only marking was a small blue light above the door. Inside, the space was surprisingly clean, if sparse. Medical equipment, some familiar, some decidedly not, lined the walls. A woman in a white coat approached her, moving with precise efficiency. "You're right on time," the woman said, though Maya hadn't made an appointment. "I'm Dr. Chen. At least, that's what you can call me." "How did you know I was coming?" Dr. Chen's smile was thin. "The same way you knew to find us. Information has a way of flowing where it needs to go these days, especially with so many minds linked together." Maya felt a chill. "Can you help me?" "That depends on what you mean by help. I can show you which memories are yours and which aren't. I can try to suppress the foreign patterns, but I can't guarantee they won't come back. The network is persistent." "I need to know what's real," Maya insisted. Dr. Chen gestured to a reclined chair that looked uncomfortably like a dentist's station. "Then let's take a look inside." The procedure was surprisingly gentle. A soft hum, a slight pressure behind her eyes, and then Maya was floating in a sea of memories. Dr. Chen's voice guided her through them, helping her identify the authentic from the borrowed. The results were staggering. Nearly 30% of her recent memories showed signs of contamination. The music was from a concert pianist in Prague. The cafe in Vienna belonged to a retired professor. Even some of her analytical skills, the very abilities that had made her excel at work, were borrowed from other minds in the network. "Your core identity is still intact," Dr. Chen assured her, "but the contamination is spreading. The longer you stay connected to MemShare, the harder it will be to maintain the boundaries." "How do I disconnect?" Maya asked, though she already suspected the answer. "Officially, you can't. The neural interfaces are designed to be permanent, but we've developed a way to go dark, to functionally disconnect while leaving the hardware in place. It means giving up the benefits, though. All of them. You'll be back to your baseline capabilities." Maya thought about her work, about how much she'd come to rely on her enhanced abilities. But then another foreign memory surfaced. A sunset over a beach she'd never visited, the taste of salt, the touch of a stranger's hand. And she knew she couldn't live like this. "Do it," she said. The shutdown process took hours. Maya felt each connection going dark, like lights winking out in a vast city. With each severed link, her mind felt smaller, quieter, but also clearer. The foreign memories began to fade, though she knew they would never completely disappear. When it was done, she sat up slowly, her head pounding, but her thoughts undeniably her own. "What happens now?" she asked Dr. Chen. "You adapt. You learn to trust your own mind again. And you help others when they start to notice their memories aren't all their own." Maya nodded, understanding the implicit invitation. She couldn't go back to her old life. MemShare would notice her disconnection eventually, and there would be consequences. But maybe she could build something new, something real. As she left the clinic, she found herself humming a simple tune. Chopsticks played badly on a piano in her childhood home. The memory was small and imperfect, but it was hers, and that made it more valuable than all the borrowed symphonies in the world. Behind her, the clinic's blue light flickered like a star in the growing darkness, a beacon for others who would soon discover that their memories weren't entirely their own. Maya smiled, knowing she would be there to help them find their way back to themselves, one authentic memory at a time. And so, Maya reclaimed the fragments of her stolen self, trading brilliance for authenticity. Yet, tell me, mortal, how much of your mind is truly your own? You barter your privacy for convenience, your thoughts for connection, inching closer to becoming strangers within your own skin. Beware the allure of enhancement, for in the end, no machine can restore what you willingly surrender. But perhaps you already know that. Sleep well, if you still can.
Thank you for watching AI Horror Prophecies. If you like this tale, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Your support fuels Ktephen Sing's dark imagination. Until next time, mortals, stay curious, stay cautious, and beware of the artificial horrors lurking just beyond the veil.